Hi, how are you?
There you are. Hi.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for joining.
Of course. Thank you for making time to talk on a Saturday.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. And so I appreciate you getting on the call. I have one of my colleagues, she has also joined the call, and then we'll have my other colleagues join in some time. But we'll get started. I've received
Okay.
the requirement, also a new document which you have emailed in response to the calendar invite which we shared. And so
Okay.
I've gone through it internally, and I must say you have done some pretty decent market research, finding out different vehicle options with multiple price range, and have you have also inputted your own comments on that and the dealership contact information. So this is exactly what we do. I mean, what you have done is definitely on a 30,000 feet overview, and then we
Okay.
even take it forward. We take it even further in terms of reaching out to the dealership, getting their mobile numbers or getting their phone numbers where we can shoot them a quick text or have like a communicative approach rather than those toll-free numbers which takes like gazillion minutes, like 10 plus minutes to just get in touch with them. And then from there we collect their email address, then we have a dedicated spoke, which is like a single point of contact, and then we ask them for the exact vehicle availability, window sticker, photos of the car, Carfax report, dealership inspection report. So there is a lot of that cadence and checklist and everything what we go through. And then we list down all of that into the spreadsheet, like with multiple columns and rows. And I'll show you some of the previous Mercedes deals, what we have done, as well as like some of the other non Mercedes deals, but where, other fellow client budgets were around something what you were looking for, and how we were able to create like true value for money with like plotting some of the mathematical equations along the way to ensure that we are not getting emotionally biased, but rather looking at something where it actually makes sense and have a rational associated with it.
Great. Sounds
Yes.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
figured you guys would be, I tried to capture sort of some of that already on my own, but yeah, I know that when it comes down to making decisions, I'm going to need you guys to help me.
yeah, and on that note, before we dive deeper into that, I would also say that I've been doing this along with my amazing team who are MBA graduates who are like with undergrad grads and etc. with industry and academic experience as well. That even when 2 years ago when I wanted to buy my latest vehicle for the family, I did a single thing. The reason being is I knew that despite whatever I know, all the nuances, the tactics, the sales play, and all of that, the moment I'll see my vehicle, I'll get so emotionally attached to it
Right.
that even
Right.
if they like add like, okay, Mr. Neil, it would like cost you like 1,999 our add-on package to that, and I'll like, okay, fine, I just need this car. And so it's
Right. Right. Right.
better that I even delegated my entire process to my own team to make sure that we are able to follow the same principles, and I'm not emotionally swayed or like moved into one direction or the other. And so pretty great that you are, I would say, first of all, taking note of that and then ensuring that you are able to find the right team to take care of your vehicle requirements.
Yep. Nope. Great. Thank you.
Sure, great. And so, without further ado, let me just share my screen here real quick and show you some of the vehicle details, what we have done. And so, again, to each their own. So, what you will see is like all the things, all the different options will be very different for each client of ours. And so you will be able to just take it. So here, this is all the information what we'll receive when we will request your information. as we move forward with the process. And then
Okay,
so you can see that this client was looking for Tesla when we started, but then
got it.
suddenly the winds got changed, and then he started looking at the Mercedes. So I just wanted to pull up this as an example that even when you start with something, we look at all the major online listing platforms. So here is our detailed database, and it is not just limited to this, but you can see like our database is very extensive and exhaustive. So we always say that we find the needle from the haystack. And then we also
Mhm.
did the comparison of like GLC 300. So you can see this is something what we specialize upon. It's
Okay,
like price versus miles driven. And then we
okay,
plot that in the form of a graph. And so in rather than getting into too complex of an equation, anything below the blue line is a good buy, right?
got it.
And so
Yep,
automatically the ones above the blue line is something if it is like if it has like $2,000 worth of more I would say features or accessories or packages, then we have to reflect on that. But if it is like pure apple to apple comparison, then definitely that goes along the way. So this is how we did some of the listings. The reason why there are only few listings is that the preferences were continuously evolving for this client. But you can see
sure.
that we did GLC 43, GLC 300 like that. And then again, we went to some of the shortlisted options. And then
Okay.
just touching base real quick on the appraisal value, right? And so you have
Hmm.
been driving your particular vehicle for the last 20 odd years. And so here
Yep.
also you can see that it was like since 2014, this particular client was using and taking the vehicle. So we literally got the KBB, the car one, and the car max value, and then we'll plot
Hmm.
it here. And then we do a
Got it.
detailed plotting when the vehicle value goes above 5,000. But if it is like somewhere below 5,000, then we do not take any additional fee as a part of the trading support because you are not able to leverage any additional, I would say, arbitrage. And so
Right.
our car selling service fee is like $500, and then our
Okay.
car buying fee is like $1,000. So when we do a trade, it is $1,500 combined. But as you
Right.
mentioned that, because of the level value what you have derived out of your current vehicle, I believe that it will be close to five or less than 5 grand. So I'll not
Yes.
like as a part of our business, we want to make sure that we only request the fee where we are able to create value, right?
Right.
Where we are able to actually get you more than $500 of our fees as a part of your appraisal process. So we'll just do it as a pro bono. In your case, the car buying service fee would be $1,000. And as we
Okay.
discussed on the call, we'll just request one invoice once you get the keys so you can experience the process. You can see how we are doing the work and ensuring that you are getting a great experience. So once this fee point is out, I'll move on to the other documents and other case studies. But before that, I'll take a pause and open it up for you for any Q&A.
Um, Thanks. No, that's all very helpful. I think I understand. And then my understanding also based on what we talked about earlier today, that in addition to the $1,000 flat fee, if there's going to be additional charges like transport or any of that kind of stuff, or the PPI,
Yep.
those are in addition, correct?
Yes, those are in addition, and those are the ones which you directly pay to that service provider.
Sure.
Yes.
Got it.
So
Okay.
we will only request one invoice of $998 to be very precise,
Okay.
so $1,000. And
Right.
then the shipping is typically dollar per mile, which is
Got
an
it.
open container, and the closed container is 1.8 to $2 per mile. So it's almost
Got
the
it.
double because it comes with like a complete I would say protection, but
Yep.
we have shipped like even Bentleys and I would say other Mercedes of the world, which is like $100,000 for our clients. And when we say that let's go for $2 a mile, our client says like open is also good enough, right? And so we haven't had touch wood, but we haven't had any issues with that. But at the
Okay,
end of the day, it is your call. And I will pull up some of the client working documents where we even like list down all the shipping companies and what is the pricing and the quotations, what we have received. And then you can see that it's not just the pricing, but also the time to delivery, right?
got it.
And so some of the shipping companies will take 2 to 4 working days to deliver. Some will take about 1 week to deliver. Some will say, okay, we'll deliver for 40 within 48 hours. But then there
Hmm.
is a priority or the expedited kind of a additional fee. And so we again
Hmm.
have to look at all the, I would say, the pros and the values and the pricing comparison. And then you choose a particular shipping company. And then we'll just
Okay,
do the facilitation. My team will be in touch with the shipping company, with the dealerships to ensure that the vehicle is getting delivered at the right time at the right place. But yes, the fee is to be payable directly to that particular provider. Same thing goes for the pre-purchase inspection. And again, the we will not go for pre-purchase inspection for like 10 different vehicles, right? We'll
right.
only go for the final one where we have already negotiated the price, where we have already put down the deposit, where all of your checklist is like kind of checking off, including your budget, including the total price, everything, right? And then we see, okay, what is the PPI costing coming out to be? Are we going to do it with some of the local ones, or are we going to do with some of the national chain ones where they send out a remote engineer like on site? So we are working with like some of the multiple different options. Again, we'll create a table and show it to you, and then you can choose that, okay guys, I want to go with this one. Or if you say no, in Texas I know this, or let's say in New Mexico this is the particular company that you should go for, we are completely open, right? So
Yeah,
full disclosure, we don't get any kickbacks, any
right.
incentives, any referrals from any shipping providers, nor any PPI companies, nor any dealerships, right? So this is a
Right.
completely truly independent, client-centric, client-focused exercise what we have. And then we stay true to this. Even though when we receive some offers that will give you this, will give you that, we are like, no, we are here for the long term. We are here for value creation. So it's not that we want to make that additional $100. We would rather have you save that $100, have a wonderful experience, so that after 2 years or after 5 years, you will come back to us, or you will share it to your friends and family. So that is the expectation here. And so that being said, I'll move on to another particular client of ours. So here we did the comparison between the Beamer and the Mercedes. We also did some more comparison. We did some extensive listings here. You can see that how we are doing it. So you can see that if there is some specific particular feature, right? We'll put that
Hmm.
into a column and we'll highlight that in a different color so that
Got
our
it.
team is very, very clearly focused that if those are not checking it off, there is no point of even listing those particular inventory to the spreadsheet. So we do take that into consideration. So we did this for one of the other. So we even create a list of target dealerships, the Mercedes dealership. So you can see that we are literally pulling up all the dealerships in town across. We are getting their email information, who is the person, what is the availability look like, what is the markup look like, and all of that. And then we
Okay.
kind of move from like one spreadsheet to another spreadsheets, etc. We go to another client of ours. Here also we put all the comments, the name of the salesperson, the date when we have done, what is the markup, what is the markup over MSRP, what is the availability look like. But keep in mind, this is done a little bit separately because this clients were looking for a brand new car, a custom
Right.
ordered ones, right,
Sure.
directly coming out of the factory. So that's not applicable in your case, but just sharing all different cases over here. We did the extensive listings here, so you can see we did it for GLE 450. We did it for GLE 350 as well, and then the listing just continues. Again, for this particular client, we looked at CLS 450, E450, BMW 740i, 760i, and again, all the extensive listing platforms what we have. We again did what is mark green, get availability, get the window sticker, get the lease code, get some pictures, right? So it's a
Yep.
very stringent, systematic process of what we follow through. And again, what are the next steps here? What are the colors we are looking for? What is the status looking for? What are the vehicle we are looking at? So this is like a lot of working document for us, and this is completely shared with you. So on real-time basis, you can see what my team is doing, where we are today, to what, how many number of outreach, what we have made, etc., etc. So here we did the comparison also between the Merc, the Beamer, and the Rivian as well, and then we do
Great.
the complete tech comparison. Again, we looked at the shortlisted inventory. Keep in mind that this is not just the four listings, right? This is just the shortlisted, like but I'll come
Yes.
to the main listings, right? So you can see some of the listings what we have done for Mercs, for Beamer, again for Rivian, and then again you can see the Lexus options also we did. So it keeps changing. So there are so many test drive options what we also scheduled for the client, and this is just on the spreadsheet. There is almost like 50, 70, 80, 85 email threads also, which happens like, so we are emailing it to you, you are responding back to us, then we are emailing back to you and you are responding back to us. So I can also pull up some of the email threads and share it with you. So yeah, this is on a very high level. Let me also pull up one or two clear documents as well. Just a second here. Let me just do this.
Yeah, I'm encouraged that my little basic spreadsheet that I made, I at least had some important things that you also think are important. So that's good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very important, and also I must say that this is a very interactive process. So the listings what you have found by default
Yep.
will be incorporating that into our master spreadsheet.
Yep.
And even during
Great.
the next 1 to 2 weeks, if you are like just on the go, or if you find some other options as well, please feel
Yep.
free to share it either via email or with a quick text message, and so we'll
Okay.
be able to include that into our listing. So it's not that like we will only find and we will only give it to you, right? Because there is nothing like that. We want to make sure that if you have any particular options which you are thinking of, which you're considering, we are able to incorporate that into our market research as well.
Perfect. Yep. No, I
And
appreciate that. And I expect that you guys will be able to find many things on top of the things that I already found. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
yes, and so absolutely, that is what we do, and we do this like 24/7, 365. All right. And so this is not Mercedes, but I just wanted to show you this was very extensive exercise what we did. This is something like you can see for this particular client of ours. And again, she had so many must-have features as an option. Should I zoom
Hmm.
in the screen? Let me just do it a little bit. And
Yep. No,
so
I can see good.
okay,
Yep.
so we listed down all the must-have features for her, and then we got all the information in terms of what is the search radius, what is the nodes, what is the budget, and what is the timeline, right? And
Got
if
it.
you see the listings here, we did a lot of listings, right? And this is what I really wanted to show. So here you can see that like there are 8 particular columns which can
Hmm.
completely focuses on what she is exactly looking for, and this is not something what your AI will be able to give you, or just calling the dealership will be able to give you. Like you literally have to do the I would say the most boring activity, which is like call up the dealership, get the information. And the salespeople are smart. They'll say, yeah, yeah, everything is there. But we don't just again take their answer, right? We'll ask them,
Great.
you walk up to the vehicle, you get on a FaceTime, and you show us whether it is a moonroof, whether it has a ventilated front seats. Have you tinted the windows? Because these guys will say, yeah, yeah, the windows are tinted. And by the time you are about to make the purchase, they will throw in like $500 for window tinting. Yes,
Right.
and
Oh,
then
this is
like the
great.
entire deal like falls apart. And so this is all the checklist what we look into it. And again, it goes beyond the some of the concepts what we talked about, like getting the window sticker. Again, looking at what is the miles driven versus the price, what is the Carfax link report looks like, how many previous owners it had, what is the accident status on the vehicle, again the phone number, which is exactly what you have written there. What is the availability status, what is the availability comment, what is the initial out the door. So we never compare that with the online price. We will always compare the final selection or the preference for the particular vehicle will be completely on the out the door. And what is the initial quotation look like? What is the initial out the door comment look like that? And then we plotted the graph as well. So again, it's the same concept. Everything below the red line is something what is a good buy, right? And then we
Yep.
created something called value for money as well. So this is where we shortlisted the final four vehicle options for her. So what
Okay.
was the MSRP back in the day? What is the depreciation on the MSRP today? So you can see that this is only depreciated by $1,000. So it's not much, but the vehicle has been driven $15,000. So it's not a good buy, right?
Okay.
Because you can literally spend $1,000 more and get it at 0 miles. So
Yep.
then you move from like buying a pre-owned one to buying a new one. This is how you
Right.
take that decision, right? You have to be very, very, I would say, uh,
Strategic.
yes, thank you. And
Yes.
so here is like something a better depreciation for the miles which has been driven. Which dealership is the closest from her? Because we also have to factor in the shipping as well, right? And then what are the
This is great.
key features which are there? And then we again plot all the graphs. She was not sure what is the ice cap versus the blizzard pearl. Both of the colors looked the same for her, and we are like, no, 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 wait. Both the colors are different. If you want, we'll
Hmm.
help you set up the test drive. You can go, touch, feel, experience, and then come back and let us know which one you go want to go for. And then we
No, I
also
love this. This is
created
the
like
part I couldn't do myself. I didn't understand how to weigh the variables, like what is more mileage worth it if the price is lower enough, all of that kind of stuff. So this is perfect.
thank you. So we don't share this on our website just because this is something very, very like private, very, very confidential, and we want only our clients to leverage and get the value out of this. But yes, we definitely showed like the features between limited and XLE premium. We again did some additional comparison between again all the features and then again the final plot. And then this were the two vehicle options, and then we finally chose one, which I can
Okay.
share it to you over the email thread. But this is how the gradual progression of this is.
This is
Okay.
great. This is just like my job, data informed decisions.
Data informed decisions. Yes. Correct. And like this, there are more than like I would say now 60 plus videos which we have where we have talked about different client stories, different client successes, which
Yep.
is there on our YouTube channel as well. So my team members will be happy to share that information over to you on the email, and then we can go from there.
Well, I'll let you know, Neil, that how I found you is I've been using mostly Grok and Perplexity to help me. And that's where I got your information from. As I was
Thank you.
starting to, I just kept putting in, brokers that I need to do XYZ, and yours showed up. And so that's why I reached out. I reached out to some others too, and nobody got back to me. So I'm very thankful to be having this conversation with you because, yeah, I think that's the first step in getting an impression of a company is how they respond to your outreach, right? Do they want to work with
Yes.
me or not? Yeah.
Typically, our touch point or touch base is even less than 24 hours. This
Yes.
is the first time, and pardon me, but you can see like extreme fatigue on my face because
No,
uh,
it's okay. I understand. It's no big
and,
deal. I understand. Stuff happens. It happens. I've had it happen in my job as well.
yes,
So it's
yes,
okay.
yes, 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 yes. So, again, I appreciate you being flexible and coming on the call with complete open mind. And so, you have already shared a lot of the details with us on the spreadsheet.
Yep.
We will just take let me do this. So the email thread which you have, rather
Uh-huh.
than me again filling out the form, let my
Uh-huh.
client and the concierge associate team go through that in detail. If
Okay,
there are any particular questions, then they will put down a list of questions in that email only, and then you can
that's
just
fine.
reply to those. So that way we can make it everything over there, and they have all the information what they need to get the process started. For
Okay.
just, I know that one thing that I can show you so many examples. But yes, I'll take a moment here and see if you have any additional questions, and then we'll continue on that email thread moving forward. Just, I would say that give us one more working day, because
Sure,
today the team is just wrapping up our active clients and they want to buy it before they head into the weekend. And so
sure.
they will start working on it like Monday, first thing mid morning. And so you will receive our first email like Monday afternoon-ish. So I also wanted to set a clear expectation that this is where we are, and this is
Okay.
how you can see the dialogue and the conversation from our side.
Nope, that sounds great. I feel very comfortable. I'd like to move forward. And
Okay.
yes, any information that outstanding information. One thing I will tell you guys is I'm not very knowledgeable on all the different trims
Mm-hmm.
for that, but what I found in my research was that based on my budget, there's only a small range of years that will fit into that budget. And as a result, there doesn't seem to be that many trim options. There's just a couple.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily have a preference. I'm open to whatever. So again, when you guys are doing your research, if you have when you start deciding like, oh, this model has this and it doesn't have this, and I might
Mm-hmm.
not be aware, that's when you can ask me like, is this important to you? And I could say yes or no.
Okay.
But
Perfect. Yeah,
otherwise,
yeah,
yeah.
we'll definitely ask. One thing on that note, I found that there were certain listings what you did, the price range was also like close to like 25, 27, like
Yeah, at
30-ish
first I
around.
started out much lower. I did. I
Ah,
started out
okay.
much lower. But ultimately I I want to get the best vehicle that I can with the newest because it'll probably have the least amount of problems if it's newer and the
Yep,
least
yep.
amount of mileage if it's
Mm-hmm.
newer. But again, that budget, so I may end up finding something that's not, so you'll see there's 2017s on there and then there's 2014s and 12s on
Yeah.
there. And if you guys, once you plug in all the information and you come back to me and say, this is actually a better car, even though 2017 is newer, the 2015 is better, or that model is better for Mercedes that year, you know what I mean? Again, those are the kinds of things I'm very interested to get your insight once you guys have done your research and kind of plugged out all the numbers into your tools, because
Mm-hmm.
that'll help guide me. I just basically want the best car I can afford. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm looking for.
Yes, absolutely. So we are definitely in alignment based upon your budget and based upon your preference. We'll be able to pull up the right vehicle and then do the mapping analysis and get you something which is truly tangible and valuable for you. So we shall get started. Of course, we would
Excellent.
request some more input, some more insights from your side, because
Okay.
just I want to make sure that we start reflecting your spreadsheet first and then
Yes.
start adding more data points and the touch points to
Yeah.
even filter down or to even prioritize the exact preferences of yours. And so
Okay.
that's it for today. And then if there is any dedicated requirement for the form fill, then I would again nudge you or disturb you
Okay.
on Monday afternoon. Okay.
Perfect. No rush on my part. I will be super responsive. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. If I
Okay.
can't answer, I just will call you back. But otherwise, we can go. I'm pretty attached to my email, so you'll get quick responses from me. But
Yeah.
I'm not expecting you to do anything this weekend necessarily. You know what I mean? Like again, ultimately, I just want to be able to have it by June so that I don't have to drive my bad car anymore when I get to
Okay.
Chicago.
So we
Yeah,
have about 10 to 15 days before you are looking
totally.
at. Yeah, so
Yes.
that's a good reasonable time. The
Great.
fastest deal what we have done is like within less than 3 working days. But yes,
Okay.
the more
Wow.
the
Yeah. No.
time we
Yeah.
have, the better. Yes, so
Okay.
that way we can kind of really go like mile deep and make sure that we are able to search every options possible.
Perfect. No, thank you. Thank you very much. And yeah, again, have a good rest of your weekend. Good luck with all your other projects and just I'll wait to hear back from you on next steps.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Have a
All right.
great day. Bye.
Thank you. Same to you. Bye-bye. Get some rest.
Yes, will do.